What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? ThePhatKidd here as always, and today I'm bringing to you another Phat deck tech. Today's deck is a blue-green counterpart control deck. You know what? Maybe you've seen the list, maybe you haven't, but either way I'm going to show it to you right now. Just a little about the deck. You counter all the things, you flip a lot of cards, you do a lot of stuff. I've played it a couple times at FNM. I've made top 4 quite often when using the deck. I've never made it to finals though because either I get screwed over by mana or misplays or something like that, or they're just boss or whatever. It's not the deck's fault though. I know I'm pretty high energy right now. I have like 16 monsters and I've been waiting to make a video. So let's go. Just go ahead and follow me to the deck tech right now. Alright people, this is basically my blue-green counterpart control deck. What this deck tries to do is just get one of these flippy guys and have them flip. The two main flip cards are Devil of Secrets and Mayor of Avabruck, or whatever the fuck, and then counter the rest of the stuff with its control suite. And there's draw stuff, but now I'm just going to basically go over each card individually. One of the all-stars of this deck is Delver of Secrets. It's 1 for a 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal the top card of your library, and if it's a sorcery or instant, you can flip it. And when it flips into this bad boy right here. Turns into this insect guy, 3/2 flying, and it cannot flip back. So that's good stuff. There's been plenty of times where I swing on turn 2 with 3 in the air. But the second all-star of this deck is Mayor of Avabruck. It's a 1/1, gives other humans and creatures +1/+1, and beginning of your upkeep. He's basically a werewolf when he flips. When he flips, it turns into this bad boy right here. Howl Pack Alpha, which gives other werewolves and wolves +1/+1. At the beginning of your each end step, put a 2/2 wolf into the battlefield, and he's a werewolf, so he flips back too. Some of the other creatures in the deck are Skinshifter, 2 of them. It's very versatile. It's great against red because you can just wall up, or you can like trample over. Against smaller cards. It's just very versatile, and it has lots of things. It could turn into 2/2 bird, a 4/4 rhino with trample, or a 0/8 plant, so that's just good stuff. Then I have 2 Phantasmal Images just because it's good. Copy yourself some Worm Call engines, or, funny thing, copy one of your flip cards and you only get the side that's facing up. So say I copy this Howl Pack Alpha, the Phantasmal Image will not flip back because when it copies, the other side does not exist, and this cannot flip back. So it stays that way. You can do the same thing with Delver of Secrets. That's a feature of the flip cards that I use a lot in this deck. Now to like the meat of this deck, is the control suite. It's 4 mana leaks, just because mana leaks are great. 4 Dissipate, just because Dissipates are great. 2 Negates. Oh, basically these are all just like. What you want to do is turn 1, have one of these, or turn 2, have one of these, and then just lock them out as long as possible with your counter spells. And then you have 2 Disperse to bounce target permanents, because the one thing this deck does suffer from, it has no spot removal, so once it's on the field, it does tend to stay there. But to kind of help with that, I have 2 Beast Withins, turns Planeswalkers or Birthing Pods or anything like that into a 3/3 Beast, and that's a lot better than having to deal with that sort of stuff. But again, that's one thing this deck does suffer from, is spot removal. So you wanna kind of play it slow, get one of your flip cards out, and then just control them the rest of the game with your counter spells. Then, because I'm running blue, you have to have draw. So you have, of course, the playset of Ponders, just because, of course, they're Ponders. Then you have 1 Forbidden Alchemy and 2 Think Twice. The reason I'm running 2 Think Twice over like 2 Forbidden Alchemy and 1 Think Twice is because the flashback, you can just flash it back better, and Think Twice is a good card. Forbidden Alchemy is just great overall. You get to dig 4 deep and pick one, so that's good stuff. And then some of the other spells in this deck are 2 Cackling Counterpart, which creates a token of a creature on your side of the battlefield for 3 for cancel cost. But the great thing about this is it has a flashback for 2 blue and 5 colorless. So you can come out of nowhere and just make another copy of your wolf guy. That's what I do a lot, or another copy of your insect guy. And then of course you have Green Sun Zenith, just so you can fetch up your mayors and your Skinshifters. And again, it's just a good card. It's a lot of value considering it just gets cycled back into the deck. Then for lands, we have 4 of the Hinterland Harbors, basically because it goes with the colors. You have 11 islands and 7 swamps. Now I'm just going to go ahead and give you some general strategy with the deck. Like I kind of went over, it's just play this guy, or play this guy, play Delver's Secrets, or play your Mayor, and just play slow. Always have mana open for your counters, or have mana open for Think Twice, or you just want to play it slow. You don't. Once you have one of those guys out, just protect them with everything, and you should be fine. You don't want to get too aggressive, and you don't want to tap out too soon, because things might go wrong. All the best cards in this deck are you just wait. You have Mana Leak, you just wait. Dissipate, you just wait. Negate, you just wait. Even with Disperse, you just wait. Coming with Cackling Counterpart at the end of your opponent's turn is great. And then just stuff like that. It's a really fun deck. If you've never tried it and you find it interesting, it's a lot of fun. Once you have 3 land, you basically lock them out the rest of the game with your control. But yeah, let's go ahead and shift over to the sideboard so you can see what I have going on there. Alright people, here's the sideboard to the blue-green Cackling Counterpart deck. You have 2 Ratchet Bombs, just overall good card. Rex tokens, like no one's fucking business. You got 2 Tumble Magnets with those really aggressive creature-heavy decks. You got actually 1 Ambush Viper. This card I was a little proud of finding actually because the way you want to play the deck is always have mana open for something to come out. So say your guys are just playing green, big stuff. Just one of these helps because it's basically a counterspell. As long as the creature doesn't have flying or trample, it's basically a counterspell. Just block and it's gone. Because it has Death Touch and Flash. This card's actually pretty unique. It's a Dissipation Field. It's whenever a permanent deals damage to you, return it to owner's hand. You bring this in against tokens because tokens can't return to your hand. They just go poof and fizzle out. So that's a great card. Again, you have 2 Spellskite just because it's good. Rex Red. It Rex Wolf, the Wolf Run deck, because you can make the land target this. Or that's what I'm told. I'm not sure. I'm actually positive sure. Yeah, let's go with yes. Then we have 2 Viridian Corruptors. You bring this in against like Tempered Steel or just any artifact deck. You just fetch it up with your Green Sun right her, and it comes up 4 to destroy target artifact, destroy Birthing Pod all day. There are 2 Flash Freeze against those Birthing Pod and Wolf Run, and then we have 3 Gut Shots for those. I like to use against Birthing Pod. Anything with a turn 1 mana ramper, just always have a Gut Shot and just poop all over them. It slows them down hell is bad. But the thing with sideboards is you should just basically make it to your metagame at your FNMs or whatever, because the thing with sideboards is they're just very like crazy. Like this one has brought me some success. It might not bring everyone success because what if you play people that do a lot of counters and stuff? Well, you might want some mental missteps and not mental missteps, some more negates or even a couple councils and just stuff like that. So just be wary of your sideboard. Don't try to copy this exactly. The main board's pretty solid. If you want to, go ahead and copy that, but always be wary of the sideboard. But that's basically it, guys. Thanks for staying here with me throughout this whole deck tech and stuff. That's blue-green counterpart control. It's a lot of fun. It does fairly well. And if you want to counter all the things, go ahead and play it. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to ask questions and such, go ahead and hit me up at in the comment box. I'm going to have the whole list of the deck in the description, so go ahead and feel free to hit me up. Once again, this is ThePhatKidd here, as always. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all those juicy, sexy things. ThePhatKidd signing out. Slow motion hand.